Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. I hope you're all doing well wherever you are in the world. And today's video is Lair of Maarselok, if you haven't noticed. And this dungeon is kind of tied to Selene. So if you haven't done Selene's web or haven't seen the quest for Selene's web, then I will put the video in the description below, the link in the description, so you can see that if you haven't already. And yeah, we'll get on with the quest. Not much else to say, so we'll get right into it.
Poor creature. But ugh, that stench! Why must this dragon's blight smell so bad?
Dragon blight?
A dragon, Maarselok, has made its lair on the other side of this mountain. I don't know why, but its presence is corrupting the wilderness in this valley, and it's creeping farther with every passing day. Soon, it'll reach the green.
How do you plan to deal with the blight?
I have King Camoran's blessing to petition the nature spirit Selene to help us protect Valenwood from Maarselok's poison. It's a gamble, but it's all we've got. Even that might not be enough. I don't suppose you're the betting type.
If you're asking for help, I'm willing.
Selene is in Carindon's study, a cave down this path. Not far, but the blight has the wildlife on edge. Even the ones who aren't sick are terrified and ready to attack anything that comes near. If you could clear a safe path for us, I'd be grateful.
I'd like to know more about you all first. Who are you?
I'm Alan. You could call me something of a mediator. I proposed this plan to the king. Despite what Carindon's done, I believe I can convince Selene to ally with us against Maarselok.
He killed her and trapped her soul. I was there.
You were on that expedition then. I'm all too aware of Carindon's actions, but the fact of the matter is we need them both. They'll have to put aside their differences, or Maarselok will corrupt them along with this valley. Even Carindon sees that.
And your fellow wood elf? How does he fit in here?
Gadnalon represents Elden Root. I have the king's blessing, but he's the one with the authority to speak for our kingdom. It took more leverage to persuade Carindon than I could have negotiated on my own. Altruism isn't in his vocabulary.
Why do you believe the dragon is the source of the blight?
When the dragon arrived, his words boomed through the valley, and the wilds around his roost started to take on an unnatural aspect. I don't know why Maarselok is twisting the land, but I have no doubt he's the cause.
What do you know about the blight?
Only that it affects the flora and fauna alike, poisoning and twisting them. If they're lucky, they die. I'm hoping Selene can fight back against the blight. Otherwise, we might not even make it to Maarselok at all.
If your plan is such a gamble, why not try something less risky?
Like sending an army to kill the dragon? Elden Root tried that. No one's seen them since. Quite a loss for a safe bet. All the king had to risk on my plan was Gadnalon. Not that mediating between Carindon and Selene isn't a health hazard.
What if Selene doesn't cooperate?
Then I'll need a new plan. I don't see the lot of us defeating Maarselok without her. Keep your fingers, toes, tails, and eyes crossed.
Yeah, as Alan Wen mentioned, this guy here, Carindon, he enslaved Selene in Selene's web. So it's only tied to that.
Well, is this homie?
High elf living in a cave. I can see why you required so much compensation.
I am not some crystal tower sorcerer. I go where my research requires. This is the ideal environment to study Selene. That and your contribution are the only reason I'm still here. My study is just through these ruins. You will find Selene there.
I see you've brought more torturers to dissect me, warlock. Sense bargain. We're not torturers. I've come to restore the balance here. Am I to understand you're a follower of Zen? Return my freedom, and I will right the wrongs done here. Unbind her, Carindon.
Unwise. I shall loosen my hold only.
Now for payment in kind. It's my turn to study your insides, warlock.
I warned you of her duplicity.
Selene, no! Don't let her kill Carindon! We need them both! You have no one left to hide behind.
See what you wish to bargain with. She must remain bound.
Can you two please take your hands off each other's throats long enough to see there is a bloody dragon turning this place into a fetid latrine?
I concede your point. This dragon blight is a threat to you, Selene. You will not overcome it without me.
I'll need to draw on more than you to oppose Maarselok. You Bosmer must be my connection to the Green.
Whatever you need, Selene, we'll support you.
If you attempt to enthrall them, I won't hesitate to bind you and find a less bothersome place to study you.
Carindon's attack dogs. Twice now you've made me his prisoner.
Both times you attacked unprovoked.
Unprovoked! Unprovoked! That Oathbreaker invades my domain and takes me captive for his depraved experiments, and you say I am unprovoked? If I still had the strength to tear your throat out, I would!
You're suggesting Carindon broke an agreement with you.
Von Escalarian agreed to keep his Mages Guild out of my domain, but that did not stop a rotten soul like Carindon from seeking me out and making me his slave. He isn't here to help you, only to protect his spoils.
Alan Wen believes we need Carindon to succeed.
Then she is a fool. He'll use her as he uses everyone. Only she'll be spared the degradation that elf has put me through.
You mean his experiments?
His every thought is of what new depravities he can subject me to. I live with his cold eyes boring into me as deeply as his instruments. I am not the monster here.
I didn't know that. I'm sorry. You will have your freedom after we deal with Maarselok.
I won't be free as long as Carindon lives.
Can't say I'm surprised Selene tried to take a swipe at Carindon. Thank you for keeping the peace.
How confident are you that Selene will help keep her vow?
An agreement struck in Zen's name is not broken lightly. She's a creature of the Green, first and foremost. If she hadn't been captured by Carindon, I'm certain Selene would already be fighting against Maarselok's corruption.
Why is Zen significant?
Zen's a god of the Green. His chief virtue is fairness. Honest work, honest reward, proportionate to the deed. Anyone who calls the Green home knows a deal struck in his name is one that must be kept. She'll keep her word.
I hope that dispelled any doubts you had that Selene is not to be trusted. Remain on your guard. If she worms her way into the Bosmer's minds, they'll turn on us the first chance they get.
You think she's going to turn Alan Way and Gad Lannon against us?
Drawing upon their power is only a pretense. I have no doubt her goal is to mesmerize them and force me to fully release her bindings. Maintaining my hold will be taxing, but I will not let my guard down for a moment.
Wouldn't releasing her be easier for everyone?
Are you mad? Keeping her on a taut leash is the only defense we have against her insidious influence. If freed, she'd simply return to dominating others. It's her nature, her instinct.
So you control her because she can control others?
That's one reason. Another is that studying her allows me to make great strides in the advancement of civilization. Her essence alone is... Oh, you're implying that I'm a hypocrite. Spare me your judgment.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Now what has Alan Wynne signed me up for? I'm not sure what Selene means by draw on me. But I hope it doesn't involve giant spider fangs. At least, she asked first.
Look! Maarselok!
Another rare specimen.
Is there nothing you won't objectify?
Taking you apart has taught me how to put you back together. You'll be grateful for that, as the dragon's blight rots you from within.
Save it for the dragon! Keep moving!
She's awake. I wondered how long it would take before you showed yourself, changeling. Shall we dance?
Maarselok, you'll pay for defiling this place. Unbind me, warlock!
And you brought an audience. How fun.
Kill this abomination, and I'll choke Maarselok on his own corruption!
Good. Underestimating us will be his undoing.
Unleash him, and he won't be laughing much longer.
I'll give you only the slack you need, Hound. No more. Now sniff out the dragon before he escapes us.
Hound! If that warlock believes he's tamed me, he's greatly mistaken. Be wary. Maarselok is leading us further into his blight. He hopes to weaken us.
Don't be fooled by the dragon's playful bravado. He's tasted our power and found it a bitter poison. We must press our advantage while Maarselok is still off guard.
Sense price! Maarselok's tough. We've got to take him out of the air to stand any real chance of hurting him. Keep helping Selene. If anyone can ground him, it will be her.
I can feel it. Everywhere. Seeping into everything.
Stop fighting my control, and I can more easily shield you from its influence.
One toxic influence for another. There. That writhing mass is the source of the cancer in this cavern. It must be purged.
Leave it. Its proximity is already beginning to taint you.
Destroying it weakens Maarselok's hold.
We're destroying it! Help Selene however you can!
As I said, we should be conserving our energy.
Ignore him. I feel better already. This horrid blight. Why? Dragons aren't of this world. No natural creature would twist the land this way. We have to kill Maarselok. We must!
Are you alright?
I'm fine. I only want to put an end to this. If you want to help, continue cutting out Maarselok's cancer.
It's taking a lot out of her. I can feel it. Selene's going to need a lot from all of us before this battle is done.
Playing right into the dragon's hand. I expected more from Selene, but her baser instincts drive her. She may seem like a mer, but that is a facade to draw you into her web. Don't forget that.
There you are, my pet. I feared you
I am no one's pet.
No, nor the elf's plaything. But you could be so much more.
You'll pay dearly for all of this, dragon.
Go! Protect Selene! We'll give her everything we have.
You are!
I've had enough of you, princess.
You won't escape. I'll hunt you to the ends of the world.
It didn't really hurt him. This crazy plan might actually work.
Your confidence is heartening. We've driven Maarselok back to his lair, but the battle will not be finished until the dragon is dead or ensnared.
He deserves the worst you can do, Warlock, but I won't give you the satisfaction.
We're cleansing all of this corruption. That includes its source.
They can tug and tear all they like. I will not submit to elf, dragon, or man.
What do you mean?
I'm caught between two wolves trying to pry me from each other's jaws. The sooner we end Maarselok's miserable life, the sooner I'll be free of them.
If Selene devoted half the effort she wastes tugging at my control to fighting Maarselok, we would not be chasing him through his overripe garden.
Are you having trouble keeping control?
The dragon's grip on her grows tighter with every passing moment. Warding it off takes considerable effort, and the more she struggles against me, the harder that is. Her pride could very well cost us.
So, we've earned a breather, right? Probably don't want to breathe too deep here anyway.
Don't worry about me. You're holding up? We've come out ahead on this gamble twice now. Third time's a charm.
He's up there, by that spire.
Ugh, the blight's everywhere. We have to hurry. Help Selene cleanse a path through.
That is a beautiful shot there. Look at that. That's just amazing.
Enough running, coward!
Oh yes, welcome to my web, Spider Witch. I'll make you feel quite at home.
He's much stronger here. He's trying to wrest control of Selene.
Hurry! Finish this before Maarselok corrupts anyone else.
Use my glyphs to purge the blight, just like before.
If you won't submit willingly, I'll just
And we're all alive. Somehow. You all really pulled through for us. Even you, Carindon.
Did I not agree to lend you Selene's aid? I expect payment from your king promptly.
You don't speak for me, Oathbreaker. Your promises aren't worth the air you waste speaking them.
Hey, hey! Let's not sour our victory. I confess, I didn't think our luck would hold there in the end, but Zen was watching over us today. You too. I don't believe this plan could have been successful without you.
Thank you.
Here, this was a gift from King Camoran. It's yours now. Payment in kind, with some gratitude on the house.
You've got what you wanted. Honor the pact and release me.
The Wood Elves made that foolish bargain. I never agreed to it.
Liar! I'll kill you!
Again, you prove yourself too dangerous to let roam. Perhaps when you're tamed.
Carindon, no! I won't let you break our agreement.
Let us go, you cad! Run, Selene! Run!
Little fools! She's made you her puppets! Let me go!
You aren't going anywhere, Carindon. The Archmage wants a word with you.
That's what he deserves.
Once an Oathbreaker, always an Oathbreaker. Zen, have mercy on Carindon, because the Mages Guild will not.
What do you mean?
There's a reason Carindon's been living out here in the wilds instead of taking his prized changeling back to the Guild for study. He violated an accord between the Guild and Selene when he invaded her territory and took her captive.
Was this all part of the plan then?
Well, you showing up wasn't expected, but everything else went about as predicted. Had Carindon kept his bargain and agreed to some restitution, Zen might have offered his mercy, but as it stands, he's got a considerable debt to repay.
What's going to happen to Carindon?
He'll be tied like a hog and unceremoniously dumped on a guild hall floor. I don't know what the Archmage has planned for Carindon after that, but I hear he's an imaginative sort.
And Selene?
Left alone, as was promised. Though I'll ask King Camoran to send some wardens out here to help cleanse the blight. Regardless, I'm confident Selene will restore the valley whether we assist her or not. Who knows? Maybe we'll be allies from now on.
Don't listen to them. Selene has them in her thrall. Free me. There's still time to rectify this. I'll make it worth your while.
You're lying. You were lying to Selene's web, and you're lying now.
Fine, don't trust me. My motives don't change the fact that Selene is dangerous. What's to be gained by subjecting me to censure? A monster on the loose, the study of magic set back decades, an offered reward lost. What harm have I done?
You killed and enslaved Selene and risked all of our lives.
You were saving Valenwood from a corrupting influence, just like you did here, and I gave you a commensurate reward. Damn you all! She never would have overpowered me if I held back more from the struggle with Maarselok.
You were holding back?
Only a fool would exhaust their power while a threat still looms. I should have let Maarselok take her and let you all wear each other down. I could have taken control of the situation before it slipped out of my hands.
Can't say I'm surprised that Carindon tried to renege on our agreement. I knew the moment I met him that he's the type who doesn't do anything that isn't for his own benefit. I guess Alanwin was prepared for that. Wish she'd clued me in sooner.
Did Elden Root send you here to free Selene?
Not expressly, they sent me here to negotiate. To be honest, Selene scares the dirt out of me. But she defended the green, and that's what matters to me. I do enjoy sticking it to Carindon, but that's just an unexpected bonus.
What will you do now?
Leave this place behind as fast as my feet will take me. The king will want my report about this mission and the fate of the soldiers he sent on before us. I think he'll forgive us for not honoring the Green Pact under the circumstances.
And there we are, ladies and gents. The quest for Lair of Maarselok. I hope you did enjoy it. If you did, please give it a like. It helps me out a lot and I'll greatly appreciate it. It shows YouTube you want to see this type of content. Also, if you're new around here, click the subscribe button to keep up to date when I post, and you'll see plenty more videos like this. And yeah, like I said in the video, this is tied to Selene's web. I'll drop a link for that video in the description down below. And also, if you have any suggestions about the next dungeon, put those in the comments and that'll be my next video. And hope you enjoyed it. Take care and I'll see you in the next one.